Hey thirsty souls, welcome back. This week's parsha begins with the pasuk, the verse, when you go out to war upon your enemies, and continues to describe and discuss the halacha, the Jewish law, concerning a time of war. In the 9th chapter of the Tanya, the Alter Rebbe, the first of the 7 Lubavitcher Rebbes, writes about the inner war, the endless, ceaseless battle fought inside of us, destined to be fought until Mashiach comes. Whether in this time of spiritual war, in this time of galus, of exile, you will be swept away in the confusion of the world, or if you will heed the call of your neshama, of your soul, the spark of God that the greatest of the Jewish leaders spent their lives trying to get you to recognize. This war, thirsty souls, is yours to fight, and fight it you must. And how do you stay alive? In a world where God seems nearly invisible, undetectable, where religion seems to millions almost laughable, where people are sick, where suffering seems to never end. A world where the Holocaust destroyed our faith and had world Jewry so mixed up and filled with grief, so that now thousands of Jews don't even know that they're Jewish. And so, God gives us instructions. When you build a new house, you must make a guardrail for your roof. Later on in the parsha, we read the mitzvah of ma'akeh, the commandment to build a guardrail around the roof of your home. This commandment to put a guardrail around your roof actually contains 2 mitzvos, both a mitzvos aseh and a lo sa'aseh, a positive command and a negative command. The positive command is to actually build the guardrail around your roof. And the negative commandment is to not cause death to others. And this commandment to build a guardrail is the instruction God gives us to guard ourselves in these times of galus before Mashiach comes, in these times of spiritual warfare. You must put a guardrail around your home. Your own life, your children's physical and spiritual lives are in your hands. They might not know who they really are if you do not put guardrails around your home. Ki teitzei lemilchama, when you go out to war. The war of being a Jew in this galus. The war of believing in God even though it seems that He's nowhere to be found. The war of keeping your mind healthy. The war of understanding the world and why your Creator formed you to be alive. The war of being willing to live for your Judaism rather than willing to die for it. Ki teitzei lemilchama, when you go out to war. Va'aseh ma'akeh, I'm commanding you to build a guardrail. You must guard the sanctuary in your mind. We know that Moshe Rabbeinu, that Moses, was the one to finally draw God down into this world permanently with the building of the Mishkan, the tabernacle, the sanctuary. And so the Jewish people were able to experience God in the Mishkan. And then Hashem said, no, build for me a Beis HaMikdash, a holy temple. And so King David got to work. And his son, King Solomon, spent years building the Beis HaMikdash. And so not only the Jews, but nations far and wide could come and experience God in the Beis HaMikdash. And then God said, enough is enough is enough. I want the whole world to know Ein Od Milvado, that there is nothing besides me, and that there is a code of morality, of justice, of kindness for the entire world to know. And so, thirsty souls, here we are, you and me. There is no Mishkan, there is no Mikdash, they're gone. We are commanded to build this global sanctuary because God being confined to a structure was not enough. These times that we call Mashiach, they begin with you and me, the sanctuary inside of us. We've learned Basi Lagani before. Mikdash v'shachanti b'socham. God tells us in the Torah to build for Him a Mishkan. B'socho lo ne'amar. God doesn't say that I will dwell in it. Ela b'socham. But I will dwell in them, besoch kol echad ve'echad, within each and every one of them. There cannot be just one man that we look up to, the Lubavitcher Rebbe. We must all be ambassadors of God. We must all become lights amongst the nations. The world must be filled with walking, breathing, thinking, tiny little mishkans. You are a testament to God's existence. Stop searching and start leading. The Lubavitcher Rebbe is no longer alive. Neither is Moshe Rabbeinu. Neither is King David, Ezekiel, Jeremiah, Joshua, Jonah, Job, Maimonides, Nachmanides, Rabbi Akiva, Mordechai. You must step up to the plate and become the Mishkan, the sanctuary that you were always meant to be. And how do you do this? Va'asisa ma'akeh legagecha. And you shall build a guardrail around your roof. You must build an impenetrable guardrail to protect your neshama, to assure that your soul permeates your being every moment of your life. And this is Mashiach. The whole world will be filled with the knowledge of God. And no longer shall one teach his neighbor saying, "Know Hashem, for they shall all know me." And how? Build your guardrail. You are a Jew. You have a neshama, a soul. And you must live a life that will keep you alive both physically and spiritually. Mashiach now, and stay thirsty.